You're watching the 2020 SCAC Spring Media Days. Today we're taking a look at the Johnson & Wales University Women's Lacrosse program. The Wildcats will once again be led as they head into the season under the guidance of head coach Mallory Bahr, along with the leadership of senior defender Julianna Lozada. Coach Julianna, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll get started with you. You're headed into your third season, coming off your inaugural year in the SCAC. What did you learn last year that you think will help this team, moving forward? And how excited are you just to be back with your group and getting things underway again?
Yeah, so definitely taking a lot away from the SCAC, being our first year in there. Being a fifth-year program and my third year here, we take a lot away. We bring in new faces. Like, we're extremely young. We only have 5 upperclassmen, and the rest of my team is super young. So it's just figuring out the way that they play together, making sure that we gel well off and on the field, and just making sure that we can stay a team. So
Julianna, you came in last year as a freshman and got playing time right away, playing in 15 games a season ago. How different does this year feel, though, coming into your second camp, and how much does that experience from last year help build your confidence going into your sophomore season?
It's a bit different because I have to take more of a leadership role this season. A lot of girls don't really know how to play, especially a few of the freshmen. But after playing my first year of college ball, it's kind of been a dream, actually, but I think that what I've taken most away from my first year was just being able to build my confidence on the field and off the field, being able to talk to not only the refs but also my teammates and just putting myself out there.
Coach, you talk about building this program and continuing to bring in athletes as you build depth and kind of make those steps in what it takes to build a program from scratch. You bring in 6 freshmen this year. How have they been adjusting, and adopting to your program? What do you look at from them that kind of, gives you confidence that they can be a part of this team right away as freshmen?
yeah, so having my 6 new freshmen has been awesome. This fall we accomplished a lot. We beat one of our rivals that we want to beat a little bit more in the spring. We are a very defensive-heavy freshman class, but we have a lot. We have an attacker from New York who's setting the standard for us. We have 3 freshman defenders who are just been amazing, and they gel well with the 3 first-team all-conference players that I have returning on my defensive squad. And just really gelling well and everything like that.
Julianna, Coach talks about the strength in the defense with this team. Last year, you led the Wildcats with 45 ground balls. You also added 4 goals and 1 assist on the offensive end of the field as well. What have you worked on individually with your game through the course of the offseason, through the fall, to help continue to prepare yourself as you head into this sophomore year?
I've spent a lot of time off season just mostly working on stick and footwork. I really want to be able to input that on the field because it's a really big part in being able as a defender to keep up with your offensive end, but also being able to just blend well with everybody on the field. You want to be able to have coach tell you, hey, I need you up on attack, go up there, play as hard as you can, and I think that I really gave that all my last season, and I think I can give even more this season.
Coach, preseason obviously is a very unique time during the year when you have a chance to really, continue to educate and build this program. What has been sort of the main emphasis, 1 or 2 themes that you've really been trying to drive home with your team as they get prepared for this season?
One of the things that we've really focused on in this offseason is we are saying with us is we're never going to lose a game because we're out of shape. We're never going to be that team that just gives up. We're going to be that team that from start to finish, we're going to give a full 60 minutes in. Hopefully we can add on to the first 2 program wins and continue to build that success. So in the offseason, we've spent time doing more weights, more agility work and strength training, as well as the stick work. We're starting to implement our offense, and it's just been continual growth since last year, and we're really excited to start this season.
Julianna, finally to wrap things up with you, is you've had conversations with your teammates about some of the goals and expectations of this 2020 Wildcats women's lacrosse team. What have those conversations looked like? What are some of those goals and expectations for this group heading into the season?
One of the biggest goals and I think expectations that we have all together is mostly just getting along and having fun. We realize that this is a game that we love, and we're never really going to be a team that wins without loving it first. And so we all just want to be able to come together in unison and play the game that we love and hopefully just take on more program wins this season.
And finally, Coach, wrapping things up with you. This season is successful if what plays out on the field for your women athletes. What are you kind of looking for this year as you continue to build those steps and kind of take that next progression in this program?
You know, we want to make huge strides in the SCAC and just in our conference in general. Like, we're playing all new teams except for the SCAC, but we're just trying to challenge ourselves. We want to get better every single day. So whether that's putting the work in the mornings, going to the weight room in the afternoon, just making these like freshmen and sophomores ready to be upperclassmen in a couple of years, and then getting them ready to bring in our next freshman class.
The Johnson & Wales University Women's Lacrosse Program, again, the Wildcats, will head into this 2020 season when they open up play March 1st against New England College. JW will be led again by head coach Mallory Bahr, along with senior defender Julianna Lozada. Coach Julianna, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the season.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.